one of the things that we use the iPads for, and specifically the GarageBand and iMovie software for, is to create podcasts. The way that I approach the project with the students is I have them take something that they're already learning in another classroom and create a podcast around that, so that it's collaborating with other disciplines within the building, so that it kind of brings what they're doing into what we're doing and kind of branches it back out.
So the skill that I'm working on with my psych students is communication and collaboration. What they're doing is they're doing some research on sleep disorders, and they're using the iPads to create an iMovie video about these sleep disorders. They're working in groups, and then when they're done, they're going to upload them onto YouTube. After that is completed, we will be sharing all the YouTube clips, and the students will be taking notes on their peers' sleep disorders that they researched. And we're going to be doing some researching on, some writing on compare, contrast, and evaluation. I think that this has really skyrocketed the student engagement in my classroom, and my students are so excited to show me and to show their peers what they have created and what they've got
accomplished. Students are able to select a topic of research associated with an overarching question. They select their topic, they go and research that using various modes, sometimes using just the internet, sometimes using sites like Voit to be able to research current events, etc. And then, and the final product, the students are able to select what mode of presentation is most effective for their topic and for their requirements for the topic and for the presentation. For example, they could select using iMovie, using Explain Everything, using a keynote, and using other kinds of modes to effectively present the material and allow their peers to learn from their research and their experience.
In my land and water studies classes, my students are constantly having to work on large projects, so that requires a lot of thought process. They use an app called Mental to map out that thought process. Once developed, they'll send that to me and we'll review it as a team. Throughout the project process, they will continuously use Google Forms to maintain a calendar, communicate with one another what their goals are, what their weaknesses are, and they meet with me on a weekly basis to discuss those submissions.
Alright, so in Digital Technologies class, we learn about the 9 elements of digital citizenship, and then the students work together in groups using a video editing program to create a public service announcement based on one of the 9 elements of digital citizenship, so that it can be shared with others and others can learn about the important topics related to digital citizenship as well.
In telecommunications class, North students are reworking our current website and transferring that information into a new, more easier to upload to and manage Google site. And so they have to take technology concepts or skills that they hadn't used already, learn them and mesh them with stuff that they maybe had already known. And so their ability to learn new technologies, apply them in a product that's going to be very public and visible, our school website, allows that sort of critical thinking and technical knowledge skills that they may need for jobs in the future.
My students in class take responsibility for their own learning by taking advantage of the Blackboard website, where they watch the videos that explain the topics. They can download extra worksheets if they lose a worksheet or something, but they also download their notes to take notes in a unit so that they can come to class prepared and work together and ask questions, which allows me to float around and work individually more with students and really help extend their learning.